Imagine walking through one of the world's greatest museums. You pass ancient swords, statues, and artifacts that have survived for thousands of years. Then you notice something strange. Where are the crowns? Nearly every great civilization crowned its rulers with gold. Egypt, Mesopotamia, Persia, Rome, the Maya, the Inca, China. Yet today, almost none of those original crowns remain. Most were melted down, looted, or destroyed long before archaeologists could find them. And that's where our investigation begins. Because sometimes history's biggest mystery isn't what survives, it's what disappears. When people imagine an Egyptian pharaoh, they picture a ruler wearing a brilliant golden crown beneath the desert sun. But almost nobody asks the obvious question. Why gold?
Why did civilizations, separated by oceans and thousands of years, all choose the same metal? Was it simply beautiful? Or did ancient rulers believe it held a deeper meaning? Today, the internet is filled with extraordinary claims. Some say gold connected kings to divine or cosmic energy. Others believe ancient civilizations understood knowledge that has since been lost. Some even link these ideas to Nikola Tesla. It's a fascinating story. But today, we're not chasing myths. We're following the evidence. We'll examine what archaeology tells us, what science explains, and where the line between history and legend begins to blur. Let's open the first file.
Chapter 2. The Metal of the Gods. More than 5,000 years ago, Egyptian craftsmen shaped crowns from gold for one simple reason. They believed it was the metal of the gods. Unlike iron, gold never rusted. Unlike silver, it rarely lost its shine. To people living in the ancient world, a material that seemed almost impossible to destroy looked eternal. That made it the perfect symbol for a ruler who claimed divine authority. But Egypt wasn't unique. The Sumerians decorated temples with gold. Persian kings wore golden crowns as symbols of heaven's favor. Roman emperors displayed gold to represent victory and absolute power. Across the Atlantic, the Inca called gold the sweat of the sun. In ancient China, it represented heavenly authority. Different cultures, different religions, different continents, yet they all reached the same conclusion. Gold belonged to those closest to the gods. But another metal quietly appears beside it: copper. At first, the answer seems simple. Pure gold is soft. Mixing it with copper made crowns, jewelry, and ceremonial objects stronger and more durable. Archaeologists have found countless examples proving this. Yet that's not the explanation that captured the internet. A different theory began to spread. What if copper wasn't added only for strength? What if gold and copper worked together for another purpose? Some claimed they formed an ancient energy system, an idea that became even more convincing when people realized both metals were still essential in modern technology.
Gold protects sensitive electrical connections. Copper carries electricity through nearly every home, computer, and power grid on Earth. Coincidence? Or evidence of forgotten knowledge? To answer that, we have to leave history for a moment and look at science. Chapter 3. The Secret Hidden Inside the Metals. Science explains why gold and copper remain so valuable today. Gold is one of the most stable metals on Earth. It doesn't rust. It barely reacts with air. Even after thousands of years, a golden artifact can still shine as the day it was made. To us, that's chemistry. To an ancient civilization, it could easily have looked like immortality. Copper has a different strength. It conducts electricity extremely well. Today, it's inside power grids, satellites, electric cars, computers, and even the phone you're watching this video on. Gold is there too, not because it's magical,
but because it creates reliable electrical connections that resist corrosion. Those facts sparked an extraordinary question. What if ancient civilizations understood these properties long before modern science? It's an exciting idea. After all, ancient kings wore gold. Many ceremonial objects contained copper. Modern technology depends on both. But here's the important distinction. A collection of true facts doesn't automatically prove a larger claim. There is currently no archaeological evidence showing that Egyptian crowns, royal jewelry, or temples functioned as electrical devices or energy receivers. The evidence we do have points to something else. Ancient civilizations carefully observed the world around them. They saw that gold lasted longer than almost any other metal. It reflected sunlight. It never seemed to age. Those qualities made it the perfect symbol of eternity, divine authority, and royal power. But if science explains so much, why do theories about hidden energy continue to spread? Because nearly every one of those theories eventually leads to the same legendary name.
Nikola Tesla. And that's where this mystery takes its most unexpected turn. Chapter 4. The Man Who Changed the Legend. By the early 1900s, the world was being transformed by electricity. Cities lit up. Factories ran around the clock. Technology was changing everyday life. At the center of that revolution stood one of history's greatest inventors, Nikola Tesla. Tesla helped develop the alternating current system that powers much of the modern world. He experimented with wireless energy transmission and imagined a future where electricity could travel without wires. Many of his ideas were revolutionary. But after his death, the story surrounding him became even bigger. Some claimed he had discovered free energy. Others believed his greatest inventions had been hidden from the public. Eventually, those stories became linked to the ancient world. People began asking, what if the Egyptians, the Sumerians, or other ancient civilizations had already discovered the same secrets Tesla was searching for? It's a fascinating possibility. There is no reliable evidence that Tesla believed Egyptian crowns were energy devices, or that ancient temples generated electricity. Those connections became popular decades later through books, documentaries, and social media. Still, Tesla teaches us an important lesson. He questioned everything. He challenged accepted ideas. But he also demanded evidence. Curiosity starts every great discovery. Evidence determines whether that discovery becomes history or remains a legend. And that brings us to the biggest surprise of all. Maybe the greatest power of gold was never physical. Maybe it was psychological. Chapter 5. The real secret was never the gold. After everything we've uncovered, the missing crowns, the pharaohs, the Sumerians, gold, copper, Nikola Tesla, one question still remains. What if we've been searching for the wrong secret all along? For thousands of years, gold wasn't just a valuable metal, it was a symbol. A king wearing a golden crown didn't simply look rich, he looked chosen. Imagine entering a temple 3,000 years ago. The sunlight strikes a ruler's golden crown. It shines brighter than anyone else's. Priests stand beside him. The crowd falls silent. Before the king even speaks, his crown has already delivered the message. This man has the favor of the gods. That may have been gold's greatest power. Not mysterious energy, not forgotten technology, but the power to shape belief. And belief has changed history more than almost anything else. Empires have risen because people believed in a ruler. Wars have been fought over symbols. Civilizations have been united by ideas. Gold became the perfect symbol because it was rare, beautiful, and almost impossible to destroy. Does that mean every mystery has been solved? Of course not. Archaeologists continue making discoveries that reshape our understanding. New tombs, lost cities, and forgotten artifacts are still waiting to be found. History is never truly finished.
But until new evidence appears, the strongest explanations are the ones supported by archaeology, science, and careful investigation. Perhaps that's the greatest lesson this mystery can teach us. Stay curious, ask difficult questions, challenge old ideas. But always follow the evidence wherever it leads. Because sometimes the truth is even more fascinating than the legend. So now I want to hear from you. If you had lived in ancient Egypt, would you have believed a golden crown held divine power? Or would you have seen it as nothing more than a symbol? Let me know your answer in the comments, and tell me why. Because here at Sucking History Files, we don't just tell history, we investigate it.